Welcome back, champions. Today, we enter the realm of Nietzsche's concept of eternal recurrence, where you will discover a radical vision that could change the way you live each moment. Imagine being destined to relive your life endlessly, each choice, each triumph, each regret. What would that mean for how you act today? Let us uncover the hidden power of living as if every experience would repeat eternally, challenging us to redefine the very meaning of our existence. Imagine standing at the edge of a vast abyss, where time itself seems to fold back upon you. It is here that Nietzsche's idea of eternal recurrence takes root, a philosophical challenge so daring, so piercing, that it urges us to confront life as if we were to live it repeatedly, endlessly. In Nietzsche's own words, what if someday or night a demon were to steal after you into your loneliest loneliness and say to you, "This life, as you now live it and have lived it, you will have to live once more and innumerable times more." This is no mere thought experiment. It is a brutal mirror that reflects our deepest desires and darkest fears, urging us to reckon with the choices we make. But why confront this demon? Why face a life that repeats in a loop, each detail unchanging? Because in its darkness, eternal recurrence offers us a test of our strength to embrace life, not merely to endure it. This concept demands more than resignation. It dares us to love our fate, to say yes to our existence. It's not about achieving perfection or conforming to some external standard of goodness. Instead, it's about affirming every moment, every trial, every joy, and every sorrow as essential. The notion forces us to see whether we would choose our life again, without changing a thing. And in that choice lies the secret to true liberation. We must ask ourselves, if our lives were to be lived eternally, would we curse our fate or rejoice in it? Would we face each day with resignation or laugh defiantly in the face of adversity? This idea compels us to recognize each action, each decision, not as something fleeting and trivial, but as part of an infinite cycle. Every deed becomes a stone cast into the sea, creating ripples that reach across eternity. Do we want those ripples to imprison us, or will they tell the story of a life that dared to be lived fully? To embrace this challenge is to embrace meaning on our own terms. Nietzsche's philosophy invites us to be the artists of our existence, sculpting each day with an intensity that defies the constraints of time. He doesn't ask us to seek redemption in an afterlife or external validation. Instead, he demands that we find value in life itself, that we declare our world, no matter how chaotic or painful, as the highest expression of our will. This view calls us to live as if each moment were a stroke in a masterpiece we must face again and again. When we live this way, our choices carry a weight that extends beyond the present. The idea of endless repetition leaves no room for lukewarm commitments. If we choose a path of mediocrity, that mediocrity becomes our eternal companion. But if we rise to the challenge of greatness, if we risk everything to live a life worth remembering, then we breathe life into that greatness not just once, but forever. In this light, the past is no longer something to be escaped or rewritten. The weight of our history becomes our catalyst for transformation, urging us to confront our mistakes and missed opportunities with a renewed sense of resolve. Yes, reliving our failures might seem harsh, but within this harshness lies the potential for true strength. Accepting even our darkest moments allows us to transmute them into a source of power that guides our future. It's not about erasing pain, but about harnessing it as the fire that fuels our growth. Nietzsche's concept of eternal recurrence is not a doctrine telling us what to do. It is a lens through which we can view life. If every action echoes across eternity, would we live as we do now? Or would we feel compelled to change our behavior, to elevate our existence to something that could withstand the test of time? This awareness ignites a deep inner lust to take bold action, propelling us beyond our fears and limitations. Each day becomes a rehearsal for eternity. With this perspective, Even the smallest decision carries immeasurable weight. It compels us to act with urgency, not out of caution, but because we know that every moment matters. Our destiny is not shaped by grand declarations alone, but by the everyday choices we make, the attitudes we hold, and the struggles we willingly embrace. We must learn to live like warriors, seizing each challenge as an opportunity for growth and overcoming each obstacle with unyielding determination. While some may dismiss eternal recurrence as an abstract idea, for those who accept its challenge, it becomes a crucible in which character is tested and forged. Friedrich Nietzsche's writings emphasize the importance of becoming a yes-sayer to life, one who can affirm existence with all its struggles and joys. This is not about naive optimism. It's about facing the question, can we say yes to our lives, even in times of despair? It requires us to turn inward, to confront not only our aspirations, but our failures, to acknowledge that the path we tread is of our own making. Nietzschean philosopher Walter Kaufmann calls eternal recurrence a selective process where we are confronted with our choices, where only those with the strength to bear their consequences can fully accept them. It's not a burden that crushes the spirit, but a crucible that purifies it. To live authentically is to recognize that we are the authors of our fate, that our will can shape reality as we experience it. Reflecting on the idea of living repeatedly brings into focus the power and responsibility of choice. We are called to confront ourselves with honesty, measuring our actions by a standard that transcends the temporary and trivial. To live according to eternal recurrence is to enter a state of becoming, where we continually shape and reshape our lives through the force of our will. We cease to be mere participants in life. We become its creators, forging our path through the fires of our struggles and ambitions. Nietzsche tells us that he who has a why to live can bear almost any how. In the context of eternal recurrence, this why lies in the ability to embrace and affirm every moment as if we were bound to live it forever. The endurance of suffering is not a sign of resignation, but a testament to the power of our spirit. It acknowledges that within every pain, there is a seed of transformation, and each trial presents an opportunity to rise above and break through our limitations. To embody this mindset is to live with urgency, not driven by external pressures, but by an inner fire. It is the pursuit of a life so deeply lived, so passionately embraced, that the thought of living it again and again would be a gift rather than a curse. In doing so, we create a life that serves as a testament to our strength, a monument to our will, and a legacy of defiance. As we confront the idea of eternal recurrence, let us embrace the weight of every decision. Let us rise to the challenge of living each moment as if it echoes across eternity. In this way, we do not merely live, we transcend, we become, and we thrive. Remember to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Beat the algorithm and consciously choose the content that shapes your journey. Explore our other videos to deepen your understanding of ancient wisdom and continue your path to mastering life. Until next time, champions, stay strong and stay committed to your path.